Awesome. Hi guys, welcome to Chris James NBA 2K game streaming. My name is James, and well, Chris is actually practicing, team practicing at the moment. So yeah, I've just finished it actually. So first shout out to NBA 2K community Philippines for approving my account there. So thanks very much. This is my first live stream and shared it to them. This is my first live stream today. I've been live streaming for a couple of weeks now. And yeah, if you like to, follow my Chris James, my career NBA 2K, yeah, just go to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, not Twitter, Twitch TV, and you can see all the live streaming I've done there. Today's game is a rematch, actually. Let me just check. There you go. Yep, it's actually a rematch of the Charlotte Hornets. I played the Charlotte Hornets yesterday, and it was a blowout game again. I maxed out my Hall of Famer, maxed out my player difficulty to Hall of Famer. I'm also thinking I might need to tweak it a bit, maybe because I'm just too used to playing NBA 2K. I've been playing it for 10 years now. Although one of the things that I didn't like was NBA 2K21 was just out of balance. But yeah, 2K22 is actually good. So yeah, if nothing else, let's continue and start the game. Cool.
My strategy going into the tournament is about countering. So you have to see what they're doing and try to counter.
The city of Charlotte, North Carolina is the setting for our broadcast tonight. And isn't the view magnificent? It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Washington Wizards. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Gordon Hayward is a versatile offensive player, but he said, for me, being aggressive is playing downhill. Usually, if I can get things going to the rim first, it opens up every other part of my game. And he's still able to collapse defenses, finish, and create for teammates. Guys?
David, he is the total package. And now Washington's starting group. Beal and Avdia sharing wing duty. Kyle Kuzma is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's James in at the one spot. And for the Hornets, Ball is the point with Bouknight on the wing. Horford is out there with Hayward. And it's Washington in at the 5 down low. And Clark, some guys check the standings every morning. Others try to avoid it. What was your approach?
Well, we were struggling as a team when I was playing, so the standings weren't that significant. Just trying to win games was my primary focus. But as I've watched players, I do know that the better the team is, typically the more guys are checking the standings to see what other teams of their ilk are doing in the league.
Now, here's Ayton. Coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. Outside, Beal. Back to James. Good, it's Beal picking up the assist. James has got the first points of the night for Washington.
And we continue to see Beal improve as a playmaker. Beautiful pass there.
Hayward goes in, back to Ball. Hayward outside. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Bouknight. From deep three-point range. Rebound, Washington. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Another shot. Ayton. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And from the line, he's knocking it down about 71% of the time, and that's a percentage that needs to go up.
Guys, I don't think there's any doubt that the work he's put in practicing free throw shooting has paid off. I mean, he's made nice strides in getting those shooting percentage numbers up.
Free throw drops for Ayton.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton, a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
Now here's Bouknight, coming off a solid outing against Portland.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And the dunk by James.
The knee just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And so it's Charlotte with it, following the bucket by the Wizards. Bouknight passes to Washington. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Boy, lock into that focus from Washington there. Love the body control, too. Excellent.
It's Beal on the wing. Back to James. Puts up a three. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. 7 points for MP.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And it's Ball penetrating. And Ball slams it in.
That sudden burst by Ball is so effective. Zipping in before the defense can react.
Beal deciding where to go with it. And here's James outside. That's no good, and he's 3 for 5. Hornets trail by 6. And it's Ball in the corner. Over James. Ball no good. Wizards have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And one thing about Lamelo, Clark, you can't ignore the size he has at his position.
You know, he's 6'7", Kevin, so that's big for a point guard, and it allows him to see over defenses, and I also think it helps him as a rebounder.
Here is Hayward, following the bucket by the Wizards. Now here's Bouknight. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. The drive by James. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by James. Ayton's got 5 now.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
James against Ball. Bouknight. And once again off the mark by Charlotte.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Here's James. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 11.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now. So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Down low, Ayton. Back to James. Ayton trying to break free. Nice shot by James. 13 points for MP.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. The Wizards also changing it up. Hachimura, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Bridges comes in for Avdia. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Beal. Now here is Hachimura. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Bridges. Here's James. And James throws it down.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Here's Richards. The dish to Terry. Poked loose. To the inside. The shot's good from Monk.
We know he can shoot deep, but he also has a nice touch inside. So Monk has a lot of confidence wherever he's shooting the ball from.
Now, here's Bridges. 8 points his last outing. And James gets it to go.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
The pass to Terry. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Hachimura. Here's James. Ayton trying to break free. Second shot opportunity. James finds Hachimura. And James throws it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Terry. An 11-point game for him in the win against Portland.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
It's deflected. .58 seconds left here in the first quarter. Passes it to Jones. Here's the feed to Monk. Teardrop shot. And the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Terry against Ayton. Terry looking over the floor. Pass to Richards. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Washington leading now by 16. Dinwiddie kicks to James. Ayton dishes to James. And James throws it down.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
Oubre outside. 13 feet away. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Washington Wizards with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back to the action after this word. And the step back, a shot that's become a staple for the league's top scorers. Case in point, Gordon Hayward among that group, and he does it so well.
I really like the step back move. Being at 6'8", I feel like I can use a little bit of my quickness to get an advantage and then step back and tall enough to shoot over some guys. So that's one of my moves.
One of many moves, Greg, but that probably is his signature move now.
Moves and counter moves. Hayward has a lot in his bag to keep defenders off balance.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Washington.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
We've got Kelly Oubre. He's out there with Jones, and it's Monk in at shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Hornets was outstanding. He scored 45 points, and he got those points as he always does. knocking down shots from beyond the arc. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Greg, you're a former player, and now the father of a young NBA star. What's it like to see the next generation of NBA talent move into the league?
Oh, it's an incredible feeling because we all feel like we're a part of this NBA family. And to see the stars we have today, the character they have, the way they approach the game, man, this is the best time ever to be an NBA fan.
Hey, we're very reliable from deep now. You can't let him get his feet set and get comfortable from that distance.
It's Beasley on the wing, covered by Oubre. Beasley, the pass to James. And they recover it. Beasley finds James. Yep, that one goes in there. James has got 4 this quarter.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
And here is Bouknight. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the rejection by Gafford. Here's Hayward. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
You know, Hayward's really an outstanding athlete.
1:56 left to play here in the half. Terry against Dinwiddie. Back to James. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Charlotte has gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Terry dishes to Oubre. Jones kicks to Oubre. Pass to Terry. And stolen by James. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Dinwiddie with the ball, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
That athletic ability gets Bridges to the rim there. He almost totally shrugged off the defense.
Terry finds Oubre to stop the run, and finished off by Oubre.
One step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Now here's Terry. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. From the line, again, the Hornets score.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Ayton. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Oubre outside. Takes the 3. No good on that one. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Wizards running away with it. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by James.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Taking a look at the Wizards. Beal and Avdia sharing wing duty. Andre Ayton out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's James in at the point guard. Kuzma, that's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Hayward. Kicks the ball. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Ball's got 10.
Well, I like the fact that this is something Ball continues to work on, that deep shot of his. He knows he's got to be a threat from deep to expand his game.
James, the pass to Ayton. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 4 assists in the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half. And with Lamelo Ball, this team struck gold. Exactly what the Hornets needed. Great production and a face of the franchise type of talent.
Now, here's Avdia. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. James in the post. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Charlotte has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. You know, Greg, thinking about Lamelo and this team, he's got the fans here in Charlotte excited.
And Kevin, let's be honest here for a moment. The Hornets haven't had a lot of luck in the draft. Finally, they knocked one out of the park, and the fans are ecstatic.
Ball with the bucket.
It would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
And so James will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Kuzma, left side. Back to James. Jacks up a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. James has got 34 points.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Now the pass to Ball. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
The assist from
James right side. And Ayton gets double teamed. On the wing, James. Inside and stolen by Horford. Here's Booknight. Oh, and it's off. They can't cash in on the break.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
A shot by Hayward, wide open, and it's the Hornets another 3.
Well, you just can't let Hayward get set off the pass. He's a knockdown shooter.
The drive by James, and James throws it down.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 16. Hayward against Kuzma. Now James. Passes to Avdia. Good, and the assist goes to James. Avdia's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. And some changes here for the Hornets. Richards is checked in, and Kelly Oubre subbed in for Gordon Hayward. Then for the Wizards, Daniel Gafford comes in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Malik Beasley in for Avdia. Beal against Terry. James right side. Off target with his three. Charlotte has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Oubre outside. Pass to Richards. Oubre outside. Just 4 to shoot. And the rejection by Gafford. James outside. Pass to Kuzma. Fires the three. The Wizards with another miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam.
Heads-up basketball, plain and simple, guys.
And the kicking ability of Oubre Jr. When he gets inside, this guy's determined to finish.
The drive by James. Kuzma kicks to James. Outside, Beal. Back to James. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Nice, unselfish passing there by Beal. He knows he can't do it all by himself.
Now, here's Ball. 16 points for him. Oubre outside. Back to Ball. 5 on the clock. And there's the pass to Richards. Over Beasley. That shot misses. Now the Wizards take it the other way. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. Jones checked in for Charlotte. Malik Monk comes in for Ball. The Wizards also changing it up. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Beal. Here's Richards. Oubre finds Monk. Driving the lane. And then Monk with the jam.
Boy, man, can Monk fly. I mean, it's fun watching this dude get up and drop the hammer.
And the dunk by James.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Now, here's Monk. Defense is right there. To the paint. Deflects the pass. To the middle. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
52 seconds left to play in the third. Terry against Dinwiddie. Pass to James. To the paint. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And, you know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Bridges with the steal. The drive by James. Yes, that goes in. Beasley's got his first points in this one.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oubre outside. Down low. The Hornets rebound. Jones, no luck. James, the pass to Beasley. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Beasley just outworked the defense there. I mean, was able to get into his shot and get it done inside.
For 3, Oubre. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Washington in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession in this.
Team changing it up here.
Willie
And let's take a
Cauley-Stein.
moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Washington.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Free throw no good for Cauley-Stein. And the 7-footer Willie Cauley-Stein. Tremendous athleticism, Clark.
Yeah, he's always been a real impact player defensively, Kevin. Offense has been where he struggled.
And Booknight on the wing. He's joined by Hayward. Horford is out there with P.J. Washington. And it's Ball in at the 1. So that's the Hornets 5. James, the pass to Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Ball against Rubio. Left side, Horford. They get a hand on it, and stolen by James. Gisbert kicks to James. The Wizards working the ball around now, and he gets the bucket.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Ball. Sweet little floater. Ball's got 15 points in just the second half.
Tell you what, the competitive spirit of Ball, I absolutely love it. This guy is relentless.
And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Pass to Soto. Even with the offensive explosion we saw last year, Clark, there were some elite defensive teams. Which team do you think has the toughest D in the NBA right now?
Well, I think you could lean towards the Sixers for what I evaluate. I mean, they had 2 Defensive Player of the Year candidates last season in Embiid and Simmons. And Simmons is as versatile and tough a defender as there is in the league. They set the tone for the rest of the team. And you can't discount the Golden State Warriors either. When you've got a guy like Draymond Green and other good defenders with him, that team can be pretty stingy defensively too.
And the NBA dress code introduced back in 2005. Now, player attire straying a bit from business casual. Does that bother you, Greg?
You know, it doesn't bother me because that's where we are as a society. But, man, I can tell you, when I first came in the league, you get fined if you didn't wear dress socks with your suit. So we have come a long way in terms of the evolution of fashion. And you know what? I'm not one for stopping progress.
James, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Good, and the assist goes to James. Cauley-Stein's got his first bucket of the night.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Pass the ball. Floats one. Doesn't go for him. James with some nice D. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Washington. Inside, Gafford. Oh, he misses the dunk. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. And James picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Monks checked in for Ball. To the left wing. The pass to Soto. And Clark, the NBA is supporting those players who use their platform for change. In 2021, the NBA created the new Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Award.
Yeah, that sends a really powerful message because those who have followed the career of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he was my idol as I was growing up, know that he not only performed at the highest level between the lines, but he has always been a voice and an activist for social justice, for education, for doing what's right and decent. His career outside of basketball clearly embodies what being about human rights is all about. So that's a really powerful message and one that I'm glad to see the NBA put forth.
James misses.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Rubio outside. Back to James. From deep. Passes it to Kispert. Shot clock at 6. Back to James. There's the triple. Good on the three-point shot. James has got 45 points.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Monk's shot's good.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
That one good for 2. 47 points for MP.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Well, another blowout game. Well, I did expect it to be a blowout, but I was just thinking maybe they could actually do more because it's their home court. But yeah, nothing really new at this point. I've increased my difficulty to the max, but we'll see if once we go to the playoffs. I did notice that we have a player named Soto, so that was cool. Let me just double check if this is actually a created player, and they're trying to see if this new player they're probably preparing for Kai Soto. Let me just go check roster if this is actually a created player. At the Hornets. Monk. Andrew Soto. I don't know if this guy is actually in the NBA right now. I don't think so. So maybe they're preparing for the name, the surname for Kai Soto. Who knows? All right, that was fun. Hope to see you in a couple of minutes. I just need to grab a bite and see you all soon. Thanks for watching.